Should your sex life be reduced to a spreadsheet? Leanne, Layla, back with us. Joining us, Mike Catherwood, of course, my co-host from Loveline. Now, this husband was so frustrated about the lack of sex in his marriage that he put up a spreadsheet. Here it is. It kept track of every time he approached his wife, if he was successful, and if he wasn't, if she pushed him away, repelled him, what the excuse was. He then emailed this spreadsheet to his wife, and she posted it on the social networking site Reddit, and it's had more than 1 million views. So, everybody, what's worse, making this spreadsheet or posting it online, Mike?
I know this is going to surprise you. I actually think making the spreadsheet, I think the husband's tactics are far more reprehensible than her posting it.
So you don't think it's a good idea?
Listen, if your wife is not going to be intimate with you as much as you'd like, maybe the first thing you should do is try to talk to her.
Oh, Mike, he probably did try other things.
Oh, I think that the first time she found out about this little spreadsheet and him, cataloging all the times that he approached her and got shot down was when he emailed it to her like a spineless, like what a whip. This passive-aggressive, smarmy prick then sends it to her while she's on a business trip. I mean, I think that's the least damaging thing she could do is by posting it online.
Settle, everybody, settle. Hang on, I want to hear, Layla is just smiling away there. I want to hear what she's thinking. What's going on?
I think it's funny. Look, first of all, I believe that he probably had been trying to talk to her. And I'm the type of person, when I have an argument and I want to lay the facts down, she knows what her excuses are, but he was just going ahead keeping track. So there's no way now she's going to be able to be like, no, I didn't say that. But I think the bigger problem is that she doesn't want to have sex with her husband.
Right.
That's what we really need to deal with, because no marriage is going to make it if you're not giving it up.
How about all the time that he took to catalog the times he got rejected, maybe invest a little bit of that time in himself, and maybe she'd want to bang him.
But come on, though. Wait. Come on, Mike. We don't know the backstory. I am sure the guy has been trying and trying and trying, and this was a last resort. Let's face it. Him writing down and putting into PowerPoint or making this presentation for her and emailing it to her or whatever Word or whatever he put it in. It's like, come on. She's not giving it up. Why even be married? I mean, that's part of marriage.
That's right.
It is part of marriage, but Miss Tweeden, clearly you don't have a boner, because you would understand that if the guy is not getting tended to, the first thing he should do if he's going to go to his computer is start a spreadsheet of the sites he can go to then release the valve instead of having to deal with his Agatha Christie wife.
Let me flip it around to the excuses. Sam, you've never used excuses like that. These excuses are bizarre. No woman has ever used them. You all seem a little familiar with these excuses, which is troubling me.
I'm sorry. When I read this at first glance, I thought it was hilarious and I thought it was damning. I was like, oh, shoot, I've used that excuse and I've used that excuse. And I'm sorry. A lot of couples and long-term relationships can relate, but clearly there is an issue here, not only of a lack of intimacy, but I'm with you, Mike. There is a lack of communication. There's nothing sexier than a spreadsheet. I mean, come on.
But look at the wife. She posted it on Reddit, so obviously, I would never do that, because obviously that shows her not in a good light, not giving it up to her husband.
Right. At least he sent her an email. I think that he could have used better judgment than to send her an email.
Exactly.
But at the same time, I understand him wanting to get his point across. She knows she's making excuses.
They could have both used better judgment and seen a marriage counselor or a sex therapist and perhaps look at what's wrong with the intimacy between the two of them and why there's this frustration. And there's a whole list of reasons why these things break down. And by the way, I want to remind people, for women, the one important issue that is overlooked routinely is their biological status, whether they're on medication, if they're on hormonal contraceptives, if they're perimenopausal. Absolutely, some women are after menopausal, perimenopausal. Well, it surely won't make a guy make a spreadsheet, but
you feel gross.
Well, Sam, forget that one.
Take a shower.
Sam, and by the way, for you specifically, that one will never work again. You put that one away.
I was repeating what was on the spreadsheet.
But menopause, perimenopause has treatments now, and people really need to pay attention to that. And when the ovaries shut down, testosterone shuts down, and we've had frankly a bias in how we evaluate women and women's libido, because we'll say things like, well, testosterone is the male hormone. It's the man hormone. Turns out testosterone is the mediator of libido in men and women. And when the ovaries shut down or even begin to shut down during menopause and perimenopause, libido shuts down in women as the testosterone draws down. So,
that too.
Yeah, I'm just saying. Yes, that all goes together. But the fact is that it's something that really, it's not a laughing matter. And marriages, it's funny, but marriages can be destroyed because of these biological problems that can be treated. And of course, it can be an interpersonal problem as well, which you guys have been alluding to.